Let me introduce myself. My name is Ashley Marsh, and I am a lecturer. So I teach cookery at the University of West London, but I also work for the Royal Academy of Culinary Arts. And I come into schools and I talk about nutrition, about food, and about making good food choices, and basically giving you the tools to realise that knowing about food is a life skill, and you're going to need it for the rest of your lives. All right, okay. Here is Paul. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Paul. I supply fruit and vegetables. We supply Ashley where he works every day, most days. We also supply the King, his fruit and vegetables. So he eats our fruit.
Is that Buckingham Palace?
Yeah.
Do you deliver to Sandringham? And
we don't go to Sandringham, which is a bit further north in
far,
Scotland. So we go to Buckingham Palace, we go to Windsor Castle, we go to Kensington Palace, which is where Kate and William live as well. So we supply all of those, fruit and veg, every single day. And Ashley, everyone's as important to us. So whether it's you eating our fruit and veg or the King, everyone's the same.
Or even me.
Even you.
Yeah. So we're here today. Paul's brought some lovely produce in from the market, which is just, where is it? Over there?
2 miles.
2 miles over there, new Covent Garden Market. And we're going to be talking about some, what have you got there? You've got some really quite exotic
some
fruits.
Very different things here. So there's some good knowledge. A lot of these people know what they are, don't they? Because you've already said that these are satsumas. We've got things like baby bananas. So for those smaller people, all of us are a little bit smaller. You can have a smaller banana rather than a big one. So you can have one of these after when we've done. This is a pomegranate.
Do they grow exactly the same as normal bananas?
Yeah.
But they just obviously...
They won't grow into big ones.
Oh, okay.
These are ready to... They're a specific thing called a baby or a junior banana. They're like junior people.
Junior banana.
Yeah, junior banana or baby banana. Strawberries, you will know. Pomegranate, you might not have seen before. So the seeds inside that are very tasty. We've got strawberries, as we said. This young man said what this was because he's very clever. Why do you think it's called starfruit? Because when you cut it, it looks like that. So when it's on your plate, or it's very tasty, you can try all of this afterwards, providing you can eat it, of course, so you can try some of this afterwards if you want. We've got things like kiwi fruit, which you might have seen, which not everyone's favourite, but that's green and yellow inside, which you might have seen. But this one you can see, it looks lovely because it's red inside. It's sweeter. These things here, you couldn't quite remember. And if you remember, the clue was Batman. What does Batman wear on his back? Cape. So these are called Cape gooseberry because they've got a cape like that. So when you pull the cape back, and all you do is pop that in, you can eat the whole orange bit. You can eat the whole orange bit. So you can try those as later as well.
They've got another name though as well, haven't they?
Yeah, physalis.
But they're not very easy to say.
No, which is why I said Cape.
I'm glad you said, because I didn't know they were called Cape.
Some of you might have heard of lychees. I think you mentioned lychees. So these are similar. These aren't lychees. These are called rambutan. When you peel them. So when you peel them back, they look like that. So you've got like a little leg inside. You can eat the whole thing. That's similar to a lychee, but much sweeter. Is a what? Sorry. You can try one of these in a minute if you want.
So where would they come from, Paul?
These will come from Thailand, far, far away. So none of these items, like the bananas, grow in this country because it's too cold. If you've been outside lately, you've seen it's been raining every single day. So you've had to wear a coat for the last couple of months. So some of this stuff doesn't grow here. This, however, does grow here. And if you know where to look, this is free, but it's in the woods. This is like a garlic flavour. This is called wild garlic. So if you see bluebells, you might have seen bluebells growing. They're like a little blue flower. This normally grows next to it. So if you like garlic, you'll love this because it's nice. It's brilliant on a pizza, for example, if you like garlic.
Pesto or something like that.
Or pesto, which, yeah.
And that doesn't grow for very long, does it?
2 or 3 months. And then, it produces white flowers. You can also eat the white flowers, but the leaves are lovely. And chefs like Ashley who love this sort of stuff because it's grown in this country. It's foraged, delicious. You said earlier what this was. Very good. So that's called a dragon fruit. It's a what, sorry? Yeah, so most of them are white, but I managed to get some really special ones today.
Yeah, I thought they were white.
They are usually.
Yeah.
But because we've got special guests today, these are pink inside, so they look absolutely amazing when you cut them up, nice and bright. You're too young to remember the Pink Panther, which I don't know why I'm mentioning Pink Panther. And this is grown in this country, very good, rhubarb.
Well done, very good.
There's something called, I don't know why, photosynthesis means the sun and rain make flowers bright and colourful and enables the plant to grow. When rhubarb is outside, it's green. This one is what they grow indoors in a shed. It has no light. It's picked by candlelight, and that's what makes it pink. So not yellow, because the yellow is quite hard. It often needs sugar. This needs sugar. This doesn't need any sugar, and gives it that lively, bright pink colour. It's only grown in Yorkshire, in certain people with certain sheds, like old. Is what? Sorry. But it'll be green. It might be red, but it'll mostly be green. But some of it's quite tough. So this is what they call forced, because it's been forced to grow indoors.
So you see, because they start growing it outside, and then when there's think there's a frost, then they take it inside in the barn, don't
so
you?
Take the plant indoors, but they're not allowed any light. But it's difficult to, you've got to pick it in the dark, so they pick it by candlelight. So someone's got a candle. It's very old-fashioned, very old farming technique, but it's unique to this country in Wakefield, which is up in Yorkshire, near Leeds, that sort of direction.
Yeah, West Yorkshire.
That's it. That's sort of, we're normally here doing sprouts and things at Christmas, so I just thought we'd bring something a little bit more colourful, a little bit more bright.
So obviously,
you're welcome to try any of this and take anything you want afterwards, making sure that you're allowed to eat it, of course.
So we're talking about exotic fruits. What sort of vegetables are coming into season at the moment?
In this country, you've got asparagus, which is very popular.
It seems to get earlier and earlier every year.
This time of the year. There's something called Jersey potatoes, which are grown on the island of Jersey, which are very sweet. All chefs love Jersey potatoes. And then as we get towards summer, the things like the strawberries will be English, the blueberries will be English, and then we get some fruit from this country. But I know today's a nice day, but recently it's been cold, it's wet, and if you're a fruit, you can't grow in this country until the summer, when we can get strawberries and all sorts of different fruits.
And what's your favourite season as a veg grower?
About now, just because you get between April, May, June, those 3 months, you've got the wild garlic, you've got asparagus, and right at the end of it, you've got the strawberries. And I think they're the best things we grow in this country.
Nice. Has anyone got any questions? Teachers, nurses? Yes.
They come from all around the world. So some of these come from Turkey at the minute, whereas this comes from Yorkshire, Leeds. This comes from Kent, so it's not far away. And then you've got stuff like this, which comes from, that might be Indonesia, it could be Thailand. So it comes from all around the world into our market, which is so we have lorries arrive every single night. Our guys start work at 6 o'clock at night, and they pack orders for like Ashley, where he works, and we deliver it at 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So when we're all asleep, we're still busy because people want it for breakfast. Or if you go into any restaurant or sandwich place, the sandwiches are already done. All that work has taken place in the night. So it comes from all over the world, basically.
So your herbs come from Norfolk, don't they?
The baby herbs come from Norfolk. Some of the other ones come from...
Where was it? Oh, it was Oxford, wasn't it? Do you still use those?
Yeah. At the right time of year. Obviously, it's just warming up, so we'll start to get herbs from this country, but it's just not warm enough yet. Once it warms up, as soon as you start to see daffodils and whatever, you know the season's going to change, and hopefully we can all start leaving our coats and umbrellas at home. As
you can see, you've got some items in front of you. We're going to be making a French bread pizza, okay? But first of all, I'd like to just sort of get a little bit of an inkling of your knowledge about food. Does anyone know the 5 tastes? There's 5 of them. It's all the 5s today. Who can give me one of the tastes? Give me one. Just give me one. Sweet. It's funny how that comes out first all the time. Sweet. Lucas? Sour. Fantastic. Yes? Salt, brilliant. Yes. What are we thinking? So we've got all the S's here at the moment. There's something that's very similar to sour, and it's bitter. Fantastic. I knew you knew it. Bitter. There's one more. Fifth taste. This is the tricky one. That's a cracking answer. It's not quite right. Not quite right. It's a combination of these. Who here likes Marmite? Oh, mushrooms. Yeah? Cherry tomatoes on the vine. Oh. So, the fifth taste is called umami. Yeah? Umami. It is. Like, well done. Like soy sauce. It's like an Asian taste. And it is like a savoury taste. And it's a combination of sweet, sour, salt, and bitter all together. All right? So umami. So things like cherry tomatoes. Recently, I went to see a sushi demonstration. They're using Marmite in their sushi. All right? And because obviously it's got no soya in it either, is it? So if anyone's allergic to soya.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Senses. And we're not talking common sense here. All right, I know it's Friday. Who's going to give me a sense? We've just been talking about one, yep. No? Okay.
This one.
Yep. Taste, we've just been talking about it, haven't we, yeah? Well done. Yep. Smell, brilliant. We've opened the floodgates now. Smell, yep. Touch. Go on. What am I doing? Yeah, sight, yeah? Very good. Sight, one more. One more.
Smell, touch, smell.
Hearing. Apologise about my writing, I'm a chef. Okay. Food groups. Food groups, and believe it or not, there's 5 of them as well. Right. Have a look. Have a look in your at your pots and see what you've got there. That might start you off. Yes. Bread. What would bread come under? What food group would it come under? It's got flour in it, hasn't it? Yeah? Yeah, so what food group would that come under, do you think? Begins with C. Carb. No. Carbohydrates. I knew you knew it. Carbohydrates. Well done.
That's you've got to spell it to win a prize.
That's a great start. Yeah. Bad enough for me to spell it. Yep. Fats, oils and spreads. Brilliant. Go on, mate. Protein.
Brilliant.
Very good. Come on this side of the room. Protein. Can you come up with any other? What have you got in there? You've got some. What have you got in your little pot? Cheese. What would that come under? Dairy. You knew it. What else have you got in there? Fruit and veg. Brilliant. Fruit and veg.
I don't know why it was last.
F&V. That normally comes out first, F&V. Right, okay. Do all foods just come under one food group? Right, so here, there's a big no. It's like being a little pantomime. So, who here likes fresh tuna? Ooh. Fresh tuna. Yeah. Sardines. Yeah. Mackerel. Right, what would that come under? Yep. Fantastic. Omega oils, yeah, something that we can't make ourselves. It's very, very good for your bones, especially at your age and at my age, our age, especially your age.
Yeah.
All right.
Too late, I think.
So it's very good for you. All right. And what about cauliflower? What would that come under? Huh? Cauliflower, yeah. What about cauliflower? What would cauliflower come under? What do you think? What do you think? What would cauliflower come under? First of all, what is it? What is a cauliflower? It is a vegetable. What else would it come under? Have a guess. If you're vegan and you love your cauliflower steaks, protein. Yeah, it's high in protein. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Now, there's one more thing that we need to be able to digest these, and I'm going to throw this word out there on a Friday. Keep ourselves hydrated. What do we need to keep ourselves hydrated? It's essential for our brain. What do we think? Water? Is that what you think? Yeah, I can see. It is. It's water. Yeah? The old council juice. Exactly. It is healthy for you, yeah? It's very good. Well done, guys. Okay, now, who here cooks at home? I know we spoke here. Who here cooks at home? Yeah? You cook at home? So, do we know the 2 knife techniques? Give me one. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. So, we've got the bridge and the claw. We've got some experts here, Paul. Bridge and the claw.
It's like it's been rehearsed.
I know, yeah. Fantastic. That's it. Right, so, here we go. I haven't got one of those things. So, oh, crash bang wallop. So, can we pick our knives up? Okay, now we're going to hold our knives. Can we see? We've got a serrated edge. Serrated edge. So today we are not doing that. We're not chopping. All right. There's a bit of homework for you. It's not a Morse code lesson. Look that up if you don't know what it is. All right. Okay. Mind you, I wasn't around when it was around either. All right. So sure. We're slicing. We're slicing. Now, can you see? I've got my index finger on the top of the knife. All right. It's for a little bit of stability, and we're slicing. Okay. Now, if I'm using the bridge, we tend to use the bridge if we've got something quite big that we need to make smaller so that we can use the claw. So, if you're holding something like this and you need to cut it in half, then we would use it that way. Obviously, you would have it on the chopping board. Can you see at the back there? Yeah? On the chopping board. And we slice in. We're not chopping. All right? We're slicing. And then, once we've made it nice and smaller, then we can hold it, and we've got the claw. You haven't got to do the. You haven't got to do the sound effects. All right? Yeah. So we've got the knife. That's it. We've got the bread. Got the bread. And then we're going to slice. Tuck your fingernails in. All right? Okay. Fingernail pizza's not fashionable at the moment. Okay. So we want to tuck our fingernails underneath. All right. Especially if you've got your shellacs or your gels on. Okay. Tuck them under, and then we're slicing. All right, now, what we need to do, when we're not using our knives, they need to stay down here. All right, okay? So, let's open up our cheeky little
box of treats,
which isn't as easy as you think. There's some things in there that you know what it is. There's probably some stuff in there that maybe you don't know. So what I'd like you to do is we're going to take them out and put them at the top of our chopping board. And I want you, when you take this out, can you see this, yeah? I want you to just give this a rub with your fingers to release the oils. Close your eyes and give it a smell. It will take you to summer. How are we doing? Is there stuff on there that yeah? So we've got garlic on there. We've got garlic, see that? Yeah? We've got these lovely sweet peppers that I've roasted for you. We've got this. Who knows what this is? It is basil. You're on fire today, aren't you? You had your breakfast this morning, haven't you?
2 breakfasts, is that?
Yeah.
That's why.
Beautiful basil, yeah? We've got some sweet corn. And we've got a lovely tomato sauce here, all right? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take our garlic. Can we see the garlic? Give it a smell. Give it a smell, yeah? Lovely. So you've got two, because they were small, so I gave you two. Now, what we're going to do, we've got the layer on the outside that we want to get rid of, because we don't want that, all right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to push down with our palms. Push down. Okay, and that should release. We can just take the skin off, because we don't want that skin. Lovely. All right. Super. And then I can just put that into my salad box. Give your fingers a smell. Ooh, so we've got basil and we've got garlic on there. Take us on a journey. Right, we can start to prep our peppers now. All right, so we've got the skin off our garlic, yeah? All right, so I've roasted these off for you. All right, so they're not raw. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut these in half lengthways. Can you see that? So I'm cutting through that way. If I show you first and then you can do it. Is that all right? Yeah? So if you just watch me, all right? Beautiful. Now, can we see there's that little bit there, all right, on the top? Okay? We're just going to pull that off, and that can go into our rubbish. All right, so we don't want any seeds or anything like that. And then what we're going to do, can you see there's a shiny side and there's a rough side? We're going to cut through the rough side, and we're just going to cut that into nice thin strips.
So it's a rough side up.
Yeah, rough side up. So the shiny side is touching the chopping board. All right, and I'm using the claw. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. So we can do that with both of them. See, we've got a red and we should have a yellow as well, just for a bit of colour. And then we can put that back at the top of our chopping board and do the other one as well. All right. So where would the furthest away vegetable come from in the market?
Across the year?
In the market.
Or now?
Whenever in the market.
Well, all avocados are South American.
Okay. No, I mean in this country.
Oh.
So obviously you've got
well,
rhubarb
Jersey,
from Yorkshire. Oh, Jersey, yeah.
At certain times of year, Scottish raspberries.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Or some Scottish carrots. Because the climate, once we get into summer, it tends to be warmer in the south than it is in Scotland.
Gotcha. And they continue to grow carrots
so
up
they
there,
they want it slightly cooler, and it normally is cooler in Scotland.
Yeah.
But
and obviously your relationship with the growers. Do you go and see the sites? I mean, I know I've come with you to some of the herb places.
It's critical because people have got a far better understanding of what goes on.
Exactly.
And everyone should grow tomatoes at home and fail, then succeed, then they get better at it, to understand how difficult it is. Me and you grow it in a flower pot at home, and we have one result and four think we're great.
Yeah.
Imagine doing it for acres, and when it rains and you've got floods and you can't get the machinery out, it's crazy.
Gotcha.
These guys work so hard.
And then obviously you can pass that on to your customers, can't you?
We do, but it's still better taking the customers out into the field they get rather than listen to me.
The experience. Well, that's what I've done in the past, haven't I? And what do you think about, obviously asparagus seems to be there was always like a little race of how quickly you could get asparagus into. What's your opinion on that?
My personal opinion is it normally starts St George's Day. That's the season.
Yeah.
It starts on St George's Day and finishes on Midsummer's Day. That is the season. It's very short, but everyone's trying to do it too early. That's why you saw Easter eggs in the shop in January. Yeah. And once we get Easter out of the way, you'll start to see Christmas cards in the shop.
It seems to be overlapping.
Everyone's at hurry up. Just relax. Just go with the season.
Yeah.
the strawberries, everyone tries to get them out too soon, and we haven't had the weather for it.
No.
So end of April, early May, you will see English strawberries. But they've got no flavour. They're white at the top because everyone's in a rush to have the first ones on the shop or the first ones in a restaurant. Just chill out, just relax.
Yeah.
Have something that's better. If it's a bit like wine, or it's like cooking meat. Don't pull it out the oven before you've had 10 minutes.
No, exactly.
Just because you're desperate, just let nature take its course.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I prefer to stick with seasons. Christmas is great, but Christmas every day is not.
No, no, exactly. How are we getting on, guys? Well done. That's it. So nice thin strips, guys. And look, we can see we've got some lovely colour there, haven't we? Our garlic. We're going to come back. We're going to come back to our garlic. Now, can you see there's a little root on the top? Yeah, we're just going to cut that root off, and I'm going to use the claw. And I'm going to put that into our salad container. We can get that out of the way. Once we've got to that stage, then we can slice this as thinly as we can. We're slicing it as thin as we can. And this will test your skills. Take your time, all right? Take your time. And we're slicing it as thin as we can. Beautiful.
Don't forget to cut it, don't chop it.
Slice. Yeah, remember, if you put your finger further down the knife, you've got more control. So, now we've got our French bread. All right, yeah? What we're going to do is we're going to open up our tomato sauce. Give it a smell. We're using one of our senses. Ooh la la, as they say in France, apparently. It's like we're there, isn't it?
Yeah. Close my eyes.
Careful. Hold up, we're not putting it on there yet.
So that's not ketchup, is it?
No.
Right.
No. I've just made it's tomato puree. Sorry? No, I've made it's tomato puree with some cherry tomatoes that I've stewed. Because it's dialysis friendly. So, what we're going to do is we're going to scatter, you know, the garlic that you've just cut up, all right? That's going to get just placed onto your pizza. So at the moment, we've got garlic bread.
Garlic bread? Is there such a thing?
Lovely. So we're layering flavours here. All right, we've got that lovely textured bread, fluffy bread. All right, and we're just putting a lovely little layer of garlic on there. Now, how are we getting on? Yeah, it's a vampire's nightmare. So, that now, we've got our spoon. See, we've got our spoons. We're going to just drop. We're going to drop that lovely sauce on top, scatter it around. Make sure we're spreading to all the corners.
Just spread that out a little bit. I'll put it in the middle.
That's it. It's just a little bit of plum tomato. Nice.
I'll get you a tissue. Leave that there, right?
There we go. Once you've emptied the pot, you can put that into your salad container. We can get rid of that. Okay. Now, do you remember this lovely, pungent, summery smelling basil? All right. Now, what I'd like you to do, we're going to pick the leaves off. Oh. Pick the leaves off. Just put them on top of each other. Try and put them on top of each other as evenly as you can.
Oh, what a smell.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Mm.
All right, how are we getting on? So just pick the leaves off the stalks. We don't want the stalks. Like the stem anyway. We don't want this bit. Now, we've put those on top of each other. What we're going to do is we're going to pick them up and we're going to roll them over. We're going to roll them over so it's like a carpet. Going to roll them up. So we put them on top of each other, roll them over. We don't want to handle them too much because we'll bruise them. Ooh. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to use the claw and I'm going to slice this as thin as I can. And this cut is called chiffonade. All right, I'm not chopping. If you chop, you're going to start to bruise the leaf. All right, and then what we can do, we can just scatter. Just scatter that onto our, that's it, what a word that is on a Friday. Scatter.
Scatter, chiffonade, France, there's no end to your
I know, exactly. My vocab, I can't even speak English. Well done, guys. Wow, brilliant. Can we scatter it a little bit more evenly around the pizza? Very good. So, if you think about it, the layers that we've got there, we've got the garlic, haven't we? We've got the tomato, we've got the basil. We've got more coming. All right, now, this is going to be a full pizza, isn't it? All right. Our sweet corn. Open your sweet corn up. Give it a smell. And it says exactly what it says on the tin. Sweet. We're just gonna put this onto our pizza. So we're adding more flavour, we're adding more texture. What do I mean by texture? What do I mean by texture? Yes. So that's flavour, that's a good answer. But what about texture? The feel of it, yeah? So this is going to give us, it's giving us more colour. These are going to be fully loaded.
Mm.
So, we're looking at that now. Yeah, we've got colour, we've got texture, we've got flavour, and we've got taste. Now, our peppers can go on. All right, so layer our peppers on.
Why are the peppers on after the sweet corn?
Hmm?
Why are the peppers on after the sweet corn?
Just to hold the sweet corn on.
Right.
And so you've got a sweet corn surprise. That's what it's called. That's what we want, yeah? We want deep pan. How colourful does that look, by the way?
Lovely.
I think they're taking this up as a business. Right. Now, it's a cheese fest. Thank you. Right, okay. Now, we don't want any fingers on this pizza. All right? We've got enough flavour and enough colour on there as it is. All right? So, what we're going to do, can you see the blades are that way? All right? So, nice and gently. We don't need to put our full weight on there. The weight of your arm should be enough. That's it. It might be easy if you do it on the bigger one. That's it. That's it. Keep your fingers tucked in. Don't get too confident. Okay. And then we can just...
You were lucky, yours was already grated.
We can just put that over
It's what? I know. It's not fair, is it?
Wallop. They're ready to go in the oven. 10 minutes.
What time is
10
delivery?
minutes. It's a pre-oven. 10 minutes. And then what we do is we'll order it and we'll get it delivered by a moped, shall we? That's all right.